Morning, y'all. It's Cody. Cody's Bait and Tackle, Warsaw, Missouri. Going to give a little bit of a fishing report here and maybe talk about some Christmas ideas. As far as the catfishing, water temperature's kind of stalled out, quit dropping. Some areas it's actually come up a little bit. Fish are scattered out. Some fish are hungry, some fish aren't. You just got to kind of bounce around, fish different groups of fish until you find ones that'll bite. This last couple of days, I've caught big fish every day this week. Nothing over 50, couple in the low 40s. Been a pretty good week for big fish. Quite a few slot fish, and pretty much we caught limits every day. Yesterday, I don't know how many we caught. We caught quite a few. We was turning them all loose, so I didn't really keep track. The day before, we caught quite a few. Turned a bunch loose. Every other day we caught limits, so I didn't really keep track them last 2 days. As far as crappie, on the upper end, your bigger creeks and stuff, on the a couple different guides have talked this week kind of about your depth. Richard Bowling mentioned it in his fishing report. That depth on them crappie depends on your water clarity, more so than anything. You get in them stained up waters, them crappie are going to be shallow. Them crappie are still spookish, even though they're in dirty water. It's kind of hard to explain. But fish are extremely boat shy, sonar shy. Them fish that are shallow in that dirty water, you either got to pitch to them or you got to have a real good long rod where you can reach them without spooking them. That's why you get down here more towards the main lake where that water's clear, Pawnee Arm where that water's clear. Osage is pretty stained up right now, so it'd be probably classified right there with the Grand Arm. Them fish are going to be deeper. There will be some fish shallow, but they're going to spook down a lot faster. I have seen some crappie, 8-10 foot down on the Pawnee this week. Same way with the main lake. I've seen some in that range. Yeah, I would say 8 to 15 foot. There's also a lot of crappie deep. 15 to 20 foot. I didn't fish them. I don't know if them fish are real active. I seen Darren Anderson gave a fishing report. He said he caught all his fish in like 8 to 15 foot deep in 15 to 22 foot of water or something like that. And he fishes primarily Tebow, lower Grand, so I would say he was somewhere up through there. It just depends on what section of water you're on how deep them fish are going to be. You look at some of these guide reports saying they're catching all their fish 2 foot deep in 6, 8, 12, 15 foot of water. That's not going to go with any body of water. And it primarily that's going to be in your dirtier water. So I get people in the shop all the time that are asking about that, talking about it. Well, I can't find them fish shallow like that. Well, either you're in too clear water or your boat's spooking them before you get up to them. In side scan sonar and down scan, you're never going to pick them fish up. Them fish are strictly pretty well getting live scoped now. That way they can see them way out away from the boat and catch them before they spook them. Once you get your boat over them fish are going to be down deeper. Just the way it's going to be. Same way with shad. You get your boat close to the shad, they spook down, them crappie are going to be the same way. Catfish, when they're in shallow water, they're real spookish. They don't like being close to your boat. If you're walking around pinging sinkers off the side of the boat, whatever, them catfish ain't going to put up with it if they're in under 10 foot of water. Them fish are going to be gone. Wintertime is not quite as bad as once that water's a little bit warmer, but they're still really spookish. That's really about all I've got. Shad, all the shad I've caught this week. I've seen some little shad up shallow, and that was in the clear water, but I didn't try to catch any of them. As all small. All the deeper shad I'm seeing are staying roughly 20 to 35 foot deep on the main lake. All the ones I'm catching are right around 30, 35 foot. There's a lot of small shad out suspended in the big water. A lot of fish chasing them. A lot of catfish up suspended chasing them this week. Wasn't a lot of catfish on the bottom the last few days. And, you know, you might fish one school of fish. They don't want to bite. One day, 2 days ago, I fished a school of fish. They didn't want to bite. We caught a couple off there. Went back yesterday, and we probably caught 15 fish there in an hour. Just kind of depends if bait's moving around or whatever. Then fish are moving. Triggers them to bite. Both days was dead calm. Wasn't much difference in the weather. Just one day they was eating, one day they wasn't. So just kind of bounce around. If you're not finding the numbers of fish you want, just move around, check different schools of fish. Same way with crappie. Some of these guys I've talked to coming in the shop, they're saying if they're fishing the great big schools of crappie they're seeing, like I was talking about a couple weeks ago, they're catching a lot of short fish out of them, or catch a couple good ones real quick and then it dies off. They're saying if they go chase them scattered fish, they're more active and they're catching better fish doing that. Just kind of depends. A lot of people still just jig fishing. Quite a few guys starting to minnow fish again now. I think the crappie don't really matter. I think they're hungry. They are still definitely feeding up for winter. Seems like everybody that's been in the shop, every guy that I've talked to, everybody's catching a lot of different ways, but they're catching. So if you're wanting to get a good mess of cold water crappie, right now's the time to do it. This next month, it's just going to stay on fire. I'm going to mention a little bit of Christmas ideas. We normally don't do a lot of gift certificate type stuff in the shop. For the guide service, we recommend if you want a guide trip for a Christmas idea or a Christmas present, get it in the books. We do still have some very few spoonbill trips left open. That would be a great Christmas present for somebody. You would have to pay for it up front and get the date wrote down in the book, because I don't have a lot of availability for this next year already. I do have quite a few fall catfishing trips if you'd be interested in that. We could get you one of them booked. As far as January and February, I've got quite a few weekdays open. If whoever you're shopping for would be flexible and be able to go on a weekday, I could probably even make that work the next couple of months. As far as actual gift certificates, Jessica makes them right here in the shop. You tell her the dollar amount you want to put on one, she can print it up, sign her name on it, and then you've got a gift certificate for the bait shop. You know, we've done them anywhere from $10 up to $500. It just varies. And she can take care of all that for you. We're still open 7 days a week right now, unless we get nasty weather and we just ain't had anybody in the shop. And then we're probably going to close early. But we should be open from now till Christmas pretty well every day. Sundays we do close at noon. And really that's about all I've got. We do have a lot of t-shirts, a lot of hoodies, long sleeve shirts. Those are always good Christmas ideas. Reels, we got a ton of reels, rods still. We're still pretty well stocked up. There might be a few things we're running low on, but I'm trying to think. Don't even have a whole lot we're running low on right now. We're probably finishing the year out with a better inventory than we've ever had for the end of the year. That's about all I've got for today, you guys. I appreciate it, and thanks for listening. One other thing I am going to mention, a lot of you guys are keeping track of this little mid-1800s cabin I'm working on. I am going to do some kind of a giveaway, probably going to be for Valentine's Day. It'll be a 2 or 3 night stay in that cabin for somebody. We've just pretty well finished it up. We've still got to build a deck on it. That is pretty well it. I got to make sure all the plumbing works good. We're going to give it a couple weeks before we start really renting it out. I've got a ton of people wanting to rent it out. I'm not sure how I'm going to do the giveaway yet. It'll probably be something here on YouTube. So you'll probably have to like and share my page, subscribe. I'll do a video of the cabin when I get it done, and then we'll go from there. I will talk about it in that video, so you guys are going to want to keep an eye out for this. This is a pretty neat little cabin. Not many people can say they've slept in a 1860s to 1880s log cabin. And this one's going to be fixed up real cool. So it's got a hot tub in there, real nice fancy shower. It's going to be pretty cool. Appreciate it, y'all. Keep watching for that video. It'll probably be here in the next week or so, maybe 2 weeks, but we'll get it put up here. Take care, y'all. Good luck.